Are constant tech problems driving you crazy? Today, we'll uncover the hidden dangers of inadequate IT support and how it could be slowing your business down. I'm Tito Huynh, Vice President of BDS, Business Data Services. If you're dealing with constant tech problems, it's time to take a closer look and understand how inadequate IT support could be the hidden factor holding your business growth back. Every minute your systems are down, you're losing money. This is top line revenue to your business. And for a small business, that can be devastating. You're losing the current business. So any project you're working on or any product you're trying to get out the door because a customer spent good money to get that to get that service or get that product, that could be gone. Any inbound new sale, new lead, that potential sale, that potential lead could be gone. And that's not even in talking about the additional costs you would need to get your systems back online. So the emergency cost to have an emergency consultant, emergency technician come in and fix things can be significant. This is a huge financial hit to your organization. Not only that, but when employees are constantly dealing with IT issues, their performance takes a hit. When they're dealing with constant IT issues, even the most simple tasks take a lot of time and effort just to be done. So inefficiency slows down your operations as a whole. And really, when your team is they're spending time waiting for someone to respond, like their computer can't work or their core software can't work, and they're waiting for someone to just respond to that ticket. That hurts. And let me put it into perspective here for you. So let's do a little bit of business math. So your IT guy, let's say theoretically, takes about an hour to respond to you. And theoretically, let's say you have about 20 employees working for you. And let's say, once again, theoretically, you pay your employees an average of $15 per hour. Now, this is very, very conservative in terms of the business math, but think through this process with me. It costs you $300 on salary alone just to wait for a response from your IT guy. And that's not including lost revenue, lost clients, lost reputation, brand damage. Those things aren't even factored into this $300. Now, this is very conservative. You do the math yourself for your business, but this is just the cost on salary alone to wait for a response from that IT guy. Speaking of clients and customers, technology directly impacts your customer experience. The way they interact with you and your team online, over the phone, via email. Technology is at the core of all of this. And if they see that your website is down or your phones aren't working, your email's not working, they're not going to feel confident in the service that you have or whatever transaction they have with you. If they're calling in and your customer support line says, "Oh, we can't access your order record right now because our systems are down," and things like that, that is definitely not a vote of confidence for your clients, your customers. So in today's market, we're very spoiled. All the customers, all the clients want everything right here, right now, and companies like Amazon allow for that. But for you as a small business owner, it's very difficult to provide that type of experience. That's why having good core technology and good response time is crucial, because if customers feel like their needs aren't being met, they can easily switch over to one of your competitors. As your business grows, inevitably, your IT infrastructure will need to evolve as well. You, as a business owner here in Kansas City, will grow, and you'll need more information from your systems. Your current systems might not be able to handle that. Your team will grow, so they need to access more data more often and more frequently to be able to work as a team and coordinate the operations. And at the core of that, the response time is key, because if your team is not getting the response on the systems that you have to fix them, to fix issues, then that impact it gets bigger as your team gets bigger as well. So overall, without the ability to scale efficiently, your business is going to miss out on some key growth opportunity, especially here in Kansas City. Kansas City is set to boom with all of the things happening, new airport, the KT Chiefs. So really, you need to make sure that you can scale as big as you want. One of the things that a lot of Kansas City businesses don't think about when they hear IT or technology is compromised data security. And it really, data security can severely impact the performance of your team. One of the severe impacts of inadequate IT support is compromised security. Small businesses are frequently being targeted as by hackers, and it's not really that you're being targeted, you're just being caught in a mass swoop of hackers. Hackers are just spamming people and hoping and seeing who they can get. They know that they can get a group of people with this net, and that's really what they're after with small businesses here. The problem here that small businesses in Kansas City will face is not the hackers themselves. The hackers are a threat, but also you're going to start seeing a lot of pressure from government, Department of Defense, and even bigger clients asking you what you're doing for cybersecurity. What's happening here, and the trend that I'm seeing is small businesses. Hackers have known for a long time that small businesses are the low-hanging fruit, so it's easy to get them. But now, bigger businesses, the government, the Department of Defense are seeing that same thing. That means they are looking at small businesses here in Kansas City as a risk to their own business. So they're going to be asking you what you do for cybersecurity, because they want to know that you aren't going to be the source of a cyber attack to them. That's why cybersecurity is good for you and your clients, and it's actually going to be a selling point here soon. Okay, so we spent some time going over how IT, technology, security can impact your business growth. And really selecting a good IT partner is the key for long-term success for your business. Here's some things to think about for you, your business. Really, every business is unique. You need to figure out what you need for yourself. Here is a starting point. So first, you want to look for quick response times. And I think you've gotten the picture over this video, but quick response times are crucial, and you want to have good, efficient problem solving times as well. You want to see those tickets go drive to conclusion, drive to being resolved. The quicker the better, right? You don't want any ticket to be lingering out there for too long. So this is going to help maintain your business operations, make sure that you have good, continuous business operations. And you want to check to see if your service provider, your future service provider, guarantees the response times in their service level agreements or service level expectations. The next thing that you want to look for from an IT support provider is necessary technical expertise to manage your infrastructure. You want to look for certifications or experience in the technologies that you have, even in your industry. And certification is good, but if it's only a certification, I'd be very wary, because someone who graduates at the bottom of their class in medical school, what are they called? A doctor, right? So same thing with IT technology. Because you have a certification doesn't mean that you're good. You could have graduated or passed at the bottom of the class. So really you want to pair that certification with experience, or maybe in some cases, real life experience could be better than certifications. We're seeing trends here in the IT industry that the material in formal certification programs can be 5 to 10 year old material. That's how fast technology moves. And you don't want your IT provider to be supporting you on 10-year-old knowledge. So the next thing you want to look out for an IT provider is if they have proactive support. And what does this mean? Well, it's looking at your systems regularly to make sure that it's being audited, looking to make sure that there's no red flags in your systems, making sure there's preventative maintenance and even monitoring of your network. And really the idea here is it's a win-win situation. So the IT provider is looking to prevent issues, but because of that, they're trying to prevent these issues. That means you and your team don't have to reach out and create tickets as much. So that is a real win-win situation there. No pun on my name, but it's a real win-win situation where the IT provider wants you to not call as much as possible. And you, the business owner, you don't want to reach out to your IT provider, because if you're reaching out, that means your team has problems. You actually want your teams to not have problems at all. You just want technology to work. So being proactive is one of the key priorities, and really dig down into what that proactive support, productive service provides for you. The next point here, effective communication. This is super key, and I think it is very underplayed when Kansas City businesses look for a new IT support company. So things that you want to look out for is it a culture fit? When you do video conferencing like via Zoom, Teams, or GoToMeeting, whatever is out there, and you are on camera, is your IT person on camera? If they are not, then that is obviously not a culture fit. And I can tell you, there are IT people that sit on camera. But that said, I mean, you also want to make sure that the IT support team is providing clear instructions to you and your team, speaking in non-technical terms, no jargon, no legal speak, nothing like that. And you also want to make sure that the lines of communication fit what you and your team use. If you and your team use phones to get support, that IT company better answer their phones. If you and your team use emails to get support, well, that IT company better receive emails. You shouldn't be forced into a corner of submitting tickets via a portal all the time. And that IT support company should be meeting you in the middle, or meeting you all the way to where you're at. The next thing you want to look at is customization. So you shouldn't have to fit everything to the way that IT support does their services. A little bit like I said earlier, you shouldn't have to be forced to do everything through a ticketing portal. That IT team should be able to receive tickets the way you need. Same with alerting and customization. You want different alerts, you want different notifications than other companies. Maybe for you, security is super important, so you want to see all the dark web reporting, you want to see the security training reporting, because those are super key for you to know about when you're going out for these proposals to bigger clients. Each service provider should be able to customize those types of things to you. And really, in the end, it needs to fit your business, right? That's the customization part. The next thing that an IT provider should be able to provide for you, and you should look for this when you're hunting down a new IT provider, it's reviews and references. an IT provider shouldn't be hiding behind a mask or hiding behind their technology. They should have reviews open and honest for you on their website. They should have it on Google. They should be able to provide you references on good and bad experiences as well, and how they address the bad experiences. We IT providers, we're humans too. If somebody is saying that they are perfect, that's a red flag. That's like when you're going on a date and that guy or gal is saying, "Oh, I'm perfect. I work out all the time. I eat right. I blah 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 blah." Then if they're too perfect, then it's a red flag. But the reviews, they should have reviews that they should be comfortable with giving to you and giving you the references for those as well. So next point here to pick your next IT provider is, do they invest in their own security? This might be something that is assumed a lot, that, oh, you're an IT, so you should be investing in your own security. Let me tell you, it is often not the case. So you get insurance questionnaires on your own security for your company, or maybe bigger clients have sent you questionnaires to ask you what you're doing for your security. Do that same thing to your next IT provider. Get a list of questions to ask them. What are you doing for security? What are you doing for this type of subject in security? And from there, you can kind of gauge what they're doing. But it's really hard to tell if they're just saying it to win the business or if they're actually doing it. So an IT provider that takes security seriously should invest into a third party that does penetration tests and assessments on their own IT security. You heard that right. An IT provider should be paying somebody else to look at their network to make sure that their securities are good. And really, what that is saying there is, an IT provider shouldn't have to grade their own homework or grade their own test. And a serious IT provider should be okay with doing that. After all, a good IT support company should be solving your IT problems. They shouldn't be causing IT problems. They shouldn't be causing security problems. So by addressing these key components when it comes to business impact and how to choose your next IT provider, you're going to find that IT, it doesn't have to be a nuisance. It doesn't have to be that ambiguous, nebulous thing that, oh, it just works. I don't know how it works. The real impact is, hey, you have a team that is behind you trying to prevent things from happening. And if they do happen, they're going to respond quickly, and they're not going to be the ones causing you issues. So IT should be allowing your business to thrive without unnecessary downtime. So a slow IT support is bogging you and your team down. It's time for a change. What I'm going to offer you here is a free 30-minute discovery call with me. And what we're going to go over is any questions you have about IT, your unique situation, and the next best steps to avoid those technology problems in the first place. You can book that appointment by clicking the link in the description below, or scan the QR code on the screen. You can open the camera on your phone and get that QR code scanned. Once again, that free discovery call, 30 minutes, is in the link in the description below, and you can scan the QR code on the screen as well. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you want some more news and more tips from us. Have a good one.